Good morning. Good morning. We are live here for Love Morning, and maybe later we'll be joined by our good friend. Might you come in and join us, Love Monster? Oh, no. Yeah. I'll be by later, I think. Okay. Look at me playing with technical stuff. Oh, but it is Love Morning. It is a chance to celebrate the day, to connect with like-minded people, to have a moment to share gratitude. I would love to hear what you are grateful for. It is magnified shared is wait, no, that's not how it goes. Gratitude shared is gratitude squared. Multiplied. Good morning, Gerbot. And good morning to anyone who might be tuning into this recording later. As we start this Sunday, what are we gonna say on this beautiful Sunday? We're gonna talk about the way that we share gratitude, that we lift attitude. And if we have a bunch of stuff to do, we're gonna make sure we are through so we can do what we do and share a lot of gratitude. Good morning. Sometimes the impromptu song crushes. Sometimes it... I am trying to embrace failure in my life. Trying to be okay with things just not being okay. That's a wrong way to use that phrase, but... So I am pleased with my subpar song this morning, because at least I tried. Oh, good morning, Mike. Good morning, Sarah. Yes, Gerbot, gratitude shared is gratitude squared. I think that's like, I really think that I think that is going to be a more popular idea in the future. Kind of like gratitude as a known practice of help and healing is way more in the zeitgeist, in the cultural awareness now than it was, 5 years ago. And I think in 5 years, we will have the science and just the knowing that shared gratitude is even more powerful by multiples. Good morning, Faith. Faith says, love from Florida. So grateful today, especially for the beautiful weather and the cool breeze. Florida winter is the most glorious time. I can imagine. We had a incredible day in San Diego yesterday. It was, sunny and warm, but not hot. We had for Saturdays yesterday, and it was so good. So good. I'll talk a little bit more about it. Dawn is in foggy, smoggy Utah. Yikes! Well, I'm glad that you're able to join us and share some gratitude. Dawn is grateful for colleagues that help me do my job better. Love that. Gerbot is grateful for a small get-together with friends last night and for not being so hungover this morning. The yin and the yang of success, the gathering and avoiding the hangover. Good morning, Celeste. Celeste says hello from Lakeside. Good morning. And good morning, Juan. Oh, so glad everyone is joining us. Anybody else that wants to share gratitude or a little bit more gratitude? What am I grateful? I'm so grateful for the First Saturdays gathering yesterday. So First Saturdays, every first Saturday of the month, we go downtown and give things away. We've been doing it for 14 years. A number of locations, but yesterday was the 3-year anniversary of this place called the Third Avenue Charitable Organization, TACO. And so we've been there for 3 years as of yesterday. And it's a cool setup where they've got it's like a courtyard in front of this church. So our clientele can line up outside, and then we can set up in the courtyard, and it's intimate and it's pretty. It's great. And the church lets us store some of our tables and things there, so it makes it way easy for us. And yesterday was a special one. Once a year, we're joined by a group called Love Works. Now, every weekend we have like 5 or 6 groups that join and kind of come under the the First Saturday's umbrella. We've got like the Taco is one organization. We've got the SAP VN, which is they are in charge of food, and they are like the heart of our group. But then we've got like the Flying Sams from different colleges, which is a service organization. And there's AMSA, and there's the Alpha Miracle Foundation. And so there's all these groups of mostly young people. But once a year, LoveWorks joins us, and LoveWorks is connected to Foamy Homies and kind of sponsored. I don't know if officially sponsored. So maybe I won't even say that. So it's Foamy Homies people, and they have these nice gift bags, and the gift bags that they give away have a bag inside for the recipient to give to someone else. So it's a gift of giving thing, which is really cool. And their barge that they bring down has this big "Love will heal all" on the side of it, and they have a sound system. So they were in the parking lot. So as we were setting up and giving things away, we had funk music playing, and it's just the vibe is incredible. It's like a service party. And it's also something that I kind of stress about a little bit, because even the normal events, because there's so many people and I'm trying to make sure everyone feels like they know what they're doing. And then when you add another group with about 30 people with big personalities, and like I sometimes feel like I'm not giving them enough space, like since they're visiting us, and am I doing things right? My old people pleaser stuff. But yesterday I kind of let it all go, and it felt so good, and I think everyone had such a good time, and we had easily over 100 volunteers, more volunteers probably than clientele, maybe equal total, but it was so good. And I ended up having a number of these little interactions, like because of the way we set up yesterday, I had to spend maybe like 15 minutes with the line of people. There was some conflict that I had to kind of get in the middle of and make sure that the line didn't get, we give it numbers so people come in, and so that if you're waiting in line for, an hour or 2 hours, and then people come at the last minute and try to cut the line, that is often a source of conflict and aggression. So I go out and I give numbers to people that are there early, and then as people show up, give them a number so that we can then call numbers and let people in fairly. But there was already tension out there, and so I ended up just kind of staying out there and having this long talk with a guy who'd been almost 2 years, totally like sharp. He was getting into VA housing in 2 weeks from that date, but he told me all these stories of how often his goods are either stolen by other homeless or destroyed by the police. And his attitude of just like, you cannot be attached. And it was part Zen and part beaten down person. I said, how does it not just make you so angry? And he goes, this is me happy. This is me upset. He goes, you can't get too worked up because you have to make decisions too quickly. And if you get all, freaked out, you're going to make a bad decision, and it's dangerous. I was like, whoa. So getting those little like tastes of a human reality that is so different from mine, it was beautiful. And I didn't have like, oh, poor person. It was more just like, I felt like we were connecting as human beings, and I was listening, and he had a perspective to share. So I'm grateful for that interaction, and grateful for, all the things I take for granted on a daily basis of safety, of all the times I don't worry about locking things up, or I don't have to keep my eye on my backpack or my things, in my home. Or he told me his backpack was stolen a couple days ago. He set his backpack down to give somebody Narcan that was unconscious, and his backpack got stolen, including his birth certificate and paperwork, his VA paperwork. So that sets him back months of planning for getting, Anyway, I don't mean this to be a downer. It more, Actually, it's okay if it's a downer. Life is not always a celebration, but sometimes the celebration and the service can come together. And just because he was there and he had a lot of things that were unfortunate did not mean that he was not able to go shopping and have a conversation and meet a new friend and get some turkey dinner. The SAP VA brought, I think it was turkey dinners with pumpkin pie for everyone. Hello, Valerie. Hello to you from Point Loma. The foamy homies, right? How cool to get foamy homie vibes, downtown San Diego. Like if you know Birdman or T-Love. T-Love is the one who has started LoveWorks, and he is literally a professional vibe raiser. So if you have been to the Foamy Homie camp at Burning Man, the crew of people that is elevating you, he is profoundly gifted at raising vibrations. I mean, that's not, I don't know, he's never told me that technically that is his job, but it is amazing. He's a beautiful man. Good morning, Brent and Susan. Hello, good morning. Anyone else that got some gratitude to share or anything that we should know, or not should, that you would be willing to share with us? Clado says, I try to be a voice for homeless vets here in Olympia and beyond. Nice. Good morning, Darren. Yeah, there's so many interesting, some of the people are so friendly and fun, and some people are clearly, they do not have minds functioning in a way that makes it easy for them to interact with other human beings. And then there's some people, like there was these 2 women and 2 kids from Russia that spoke 0 English, like 0. And imagine having no money and trying to figure out like where to go. I mean, like I was trying to say, hey, okay, here's your number. The line's coming later. There's a milk crate with some pastries over there if you want. And I'm like, let me go get some pastries for you. I'm trying to point at my watch, this is, like it, and another just like kind of like gratitude, like, wow, I take for granted the ease in which I can ask a question or read a sign, or what a wild alienation that would be. Celeste saying, grateful for all that you've done for so many years. I started following years ago when my childhood friend Jake Tyson volunteered at the First Saturday many years ago. Oh, awesome. I got a great message from Jake on Thanksgiving, and his beard is legendary. I love Jake. Jake is my collaborator on the Pink Path movie, short film that I did years ago about Pink Heart and Burning Man. And yeah, he's super, he's a great guy. Angelina says, I hate that you're on at the same time as Kelly and Regis on the weekdays, but now I just pick one or the other every now and then. I am flattered that that I am in the same sentence as Kelly and Regis. Did you hear that? What? Did you hear that we were mentioned in the same as like having to pick between us and Regis? Who's Regis? What? Get over here. Who is Regis? I think it's a golf tournament, right? I've heard about the Regents. Yeah. Personally, I don't really like watching golf, but different strokes. Wait, strokes? Golf? That totally works. Different strokes for different regents. Philbus. Should I keep going? Well, why don't you share something that you're grateful for? Okay. Well, I'm grateful for the call that I had with Asher, and he told me all about how syrup is made. Did you know that it comes from trees? I'm grateful that you went to First Saturdays and you did not bring me because sometimes afterwards you need a shower real bad, and I like to keep my fur clean from all things except sticky sweet substances. And I am grateful for my new friendship with you. Aw, thank you. Um, Mingle! Good morning, love you. Nice to see you. Let's see if I am also grateful that, sorry, I can't think and do the same thing at the same time. I'm grateful for a couple more signups for the Radical Hope Weekend. And a person that I known online for a long time and was super excited. They're definitely a love ambassador. They're doing professional work in keeping people's hearts open, and so I really am stoked of this event being not a kind of teaching a curriculum and more a summit of beautiful people that will, create a container to inspire one another. So I'm super excited about that. I was feeling a little bit like momentum was not going as quickly as I wanted. It's starting to pick up, which is rad. Valerie is super grateful for the rad OB Christmas parade. And DJ Fields, who's spinning next to Hodads. And my friend started a rave with them that we called Spotlight Alley. Thanks to the crazy strong spotlight, highlighting all of us spontaneously dancing with strangers in what felt like a love fest. Nice! Yay for Christmas. I just noticed my beard. I'm starting to have like a legitimate beard. It was fun as because I had a white beard now. I felt like when I was doing First Saturdays, as I talked to the college kids, I felt more like an elder talking to these kids. Like, okay, when you pack up these clothes into the trash bags, only halfway, because an old man's got to carry these things later. To me, I am an old man. I mean, to them, I'm an old man. Natasha says, hi, Monster. She says, hi. I'm grateful my family is all back together this morning, even though they're all still asleep as I cook the delicious breakfast meats. Thank you, Natasha. Chris says, grateful for a relaxing day ahead. How many signups do you have? I'm trying to get my ducks in a row for the summit. I think there are 5 purchased. 5 will let you know beginning the next couple days. That would be rad to see you again, Chris. Pink Santa. I still have my Pink Santa hat. Anybody else want to share any gratitude today? I'm grateful that I had a call with my brother this morning. That was nice to check in with him. I'm grateful that I was able to have a little call with my dad yesterday. Grateful for the kids that have been sending in questions for Love Monster. I've gotten, why aren't you pink? I got just, you're so funny. I recorded responses to those 2. And then I just got, what is your favorite plant and aminal? I cannot wait to answer those. And then, what are your hobbies? So I have little videos of the kids that I'm going to put in the videos and then the answer. So I think that's what I'm going to be doing today. Really, I am loving playing with the puppet. That's not code for anything. Natasha is grateful that it is football Sunday. Well, I'm grateful for this moment to connect and grateful for a day ahead and a beautiful day in San Diego. This is really the time of year when you really, the crazy rents of the rest of the year, you go, okay, this is something. It is really spectacular, comfortable and sunny, and just, I don't mean to rub it in, but you could join us in January. I'm just saying. Plants, right? It's like the question, this adorable little girl, and I almost feel like the question is so perfect. Like I should, like, what's your favorite plant? And I'm like, oh yes, so good. Go sports. Well, let's close with a hug and go off into our days and root for our teams. Want to join me? Yes. So hug the body you're in or the body that you're with. And as you feel the arms holding you, know that you're being held by me and Love Monster and everyone who has chimed in today and everyone who might be watching this recording, all sinking into an embrace of intention, recognizing our shared humanity, feeling the vibrations of one another's gratitudes, knowing that there are lives all around the world with shining, bright gratitude and beautiful things happening. And we can, just by being aware of all the good stuff, we can amplify it, try to counterweight some of the suffering that is also part of this experience. But know that we can do our part to celebrate and amplify and not lose sight of all the good stuff. So let's take a deep breath in and squeeze. On behalf of Grandpa Caleb and all of you love warriors, thank you for joining us for this love morning. Love you. Enjoy the day. You can turn it off. Do you want me to turn it off? Well, now that it is just me, I think I feel a little, I feel like the format of Love Morning is kind of badass thing. It's or John or Halcyon. Dude, pick a name, bro. That was something that Asher said to me the other day. He looked at me and he goes, bro. So I just want to feel free to just, be me. I don't have to be funny all the time. I can be sincere. I can sit in silence. I can be a good listener. Some people don't know that. Puppets can be great listeners. But I think what I'm going to answer the question maybe should I just do it now and just as a practice? Sure, just do it now. Maybe we could even use it. Okay. What was the question? What's your favorite aminal? My favorite aminal. Well, I like a lot of aminals, but my favorite is Tigger. Do you know Tigger? He's friends with Pooh. I like Tigger because, well, he's the only one. He's bouncy, bouncy, fun, 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 fun. But the most wonderful thing about Tigger is he's the only one. And you know what? There's only one love monster, too. There's only one. And there's only one Annika, too. There's one of you, and one of Tigger, and one of me. Maybe the three of us should get together and bounce and bounce and bounce and bounce and bounce and bounce and bounce. Thanks for the question. Bye. Love you.